What's up, guys? Bullfile the Fail-Handed here, bringing you the art of the T-62A Part 1. We are on Sevogorsk. The greens occupy the southwest spawn. The reds occupy the northeast spawn. There are a couple of decent theories you can go with this tank. An idea, if you will. You can take the center, the little channel right there, the little dip, hole, ravine, lay, whatever terminology you decide to use on it. That is a very popular location for a crunchy medium with a particularly hard cap. Myself, I tend to immediately take the corner. That way you ensure you won't get overrun without taking side shots. That is, we try to take A1, the A1, A2, B1 area, and what that means is if the reds push through that channel, you know, at say B2, B3, we can get rear shots on them. We can get flank shots on them. So, very valuable piece of terrain, real estate to own in this board. So that's typically what we like to go for. You're going to get your stragglers who try to push the side right there like the guy I just killed. They are typically not as big of a threat if you're in this location I'm at currently. If you stay here, you can put a lot of good fire on them. They don't really end up being that much of an issue. You can also post up on this hill where I'm going, or you can go to that little hill structure there that I just was originally pointed towards. This tank does not necessarily have, you know, awesome gun depression to really exploit this location. If you get up here in a Leopard or an STB-1, you can do a lot of things, you know, because the camo value ends up holding up a little bit better than, say, the clunky Russian mediums, you know, like your T-62As, your 140s. The 430, you know, has the best camo in the game, so I can't really mention that. But right now, you see A2. This is a perfect spot because you have guys forward of my position, spotting things for me. I don't have to risk my tank. I don't have to risk myself. I am putting continuous fire on guys. It's a win-win. Now, of course, when they moved up, I ended up getting spotted, and the only reason that I was sideways to that M103 there is because this tank has a little less depression off the front than, say, the side. So you know what I would recommend is look up my video on all the different websites, and it will actually tell you what the depression is off whatever given side of the tank. So that's kind of what you need to do, is just, you know, in order to figure out, you know, which way optimistically to you know, point your gun. Sometimes it's better if you aim over the side. Some tanks probably it's better if you aim over the back, although I haven't seen any. Now, moving on, you know, we probably could have pushed a little sooner because the M103 that I was kind of dueling there, he was not long for that world. So, you know, you could have pushed up knowing that he would have been taken out by someone. If you look at the board, if you analyze the map, we're doing very well. We are attempting to lock down their corner at A0. That it's a really good move. You want to make sure that you get, you know, your corners locked down, because if you do not, and you have a cunning enemy on the other team, they will seize those corners and they will put fire on you. And I mean, it's just the craziest angles. So, you know, Abbey is a perfect example. I know I keep using Abbey as an example. Not Abbey, Fisherman's Village. Fisherman's Village, you know, if you spawn on the south side and you don't take A1, you know, that's more or less, I mean, it's not going to cost you the game. It's just going to make things exponentially more difficult for you. So why make things difficult for you if you don't have to? So, you know, unfortunately, I kind of wanted to give you guys a little demonstration of the armor and whatnot of the T-62A. I'm not really being shot at that much, but that's good. You know, if you can manage to use this tank and not be shot at, you're doing it right. Because, I mean, you know, while it has great armor and whatnot, you're not going to do much against the hash from a Death Star. But, you know, it's a crunchy medium. It's one of the crunchy mediums, you know, the 140, the 430, the E50. you know, the 202, there's a number of crunchy mediums, and these tanks play differently than the lighter stuff. You know, than your STBs, than your Leopards, than your Batshats, you know, than your 30Bs. There's a host of just tanks that play totally different from each other, yet are in the same exact class. Not really getting a lot of shots in on this, you know, particular tank. And, you know, the reason I wanted to show you guys this video, the reason is I don't do particularly well in this video. And the reason I'm posting this as one, you know, for the art of the T62A is to show you all that not every game is going to be amazing. Don't get that in your head that every game has to be, you know, absolutely outstanding, because it's not going to happen. Everyone has bad games, and this is one of them. So, guys, that's all I have for you today in the art of the T62A Part 1.